Will Gran Turismo 7 ever come to PC? Well, I don't think so. And I'm going to give you the reasons why it would be bad for Polyphony Digital to bring Gran Turismo 7 to PC. But I also understand and respect the PC community really wanting Gran Turismo 7 on PC. So I'm going to give you the reasons why Gran Turismo 7 would be incredible on PC, like would be an absolute game changer. But let's start with the difficulties. The first reason why Gran Turismo 7 is not going to come to PC is because Gran Turismo 7 is a live service game, essentially. You have daily races that change every week. Doesn't make any sense. Daily races week, that's how it works. You have the GT World Series that should be a finely balanced esports championship open to literally everyone, where the grand prize is going to a live event in Monaco or London or LA or Tokyo and potentially winning the Gran Turismo World Series for your country or for your manufacturer. There's a lot of balancing that goes on with the cars. When the physics change a little bit, there needs to be more balancing. So it's a live service game, and opening that on PC is just going to give more complications in terms of how you actually deploy those updates and how you make sure that it's fair and it works on all systems. And this goes into the second point, which is that Polyphony Digital would need to have such a bigger team if they were going to bring Gran Turismo 7 to PC in order to test all of these updates and make sure they work on all the different hardware configurations and things different people have on ultra wides and normal aspect ratio monitors. They would need to scale their team massively. Polyphony Digital at the moment, they know they're developing on PlayStation. They are PlayStation experts. They don't need to be PC experts. They don't need to understand how it works on an Intel CPU or an AMD CPU or different graphics cards, etc. They have their PlayStation equipment and they know it works best. This is a big reason why it won't come to PC. And this explains my third point, which is why a lot of the PlayStation games that have come to PC haven't been live service games. We've seen God of War come, we've seen Horizon come, we've seen Spider-Man come. These are not big live service games. And when we've seen the live service games come, like Helldivers, there's been a complete chaos and racket and furore about having PSN IDs and all this kind of thing, Sony getting PSN IDs by the back door. Their successes have not been on the live service front on PC. So when people say, oh, obviously Gran Turismo 7's going to come to PC because we've had all these big successes like God of War, they're very, very, very different games. Gran Turismo back in the day was more of a God of War game. After GT Sport, Gran Turismo is a completely different beast. Now, the fourth reason why it's not going to come is that Polyphony Digital, you would assume, are probably hard at work on Gran Turismo 8. If you look at the updates that we're getting for GT7, getting like a Renault Kangoo, no new tracks. The updates are now more likely to break things than bring new content, like when it broke all Logitech wheels. And I was the only YouTuber who made a video on Logitech and Thrustmaster wheels being broken and how Polyphony Digital should fix it. I find that absolutely insane and very scary. But the day after I made my video and it got like 20,000 views, Polyphony Digital did issue an update and fixed it. So I wish more YouTubers would do that. But I reckon they're working probably on Gran Turismo 8. That would explain why there's not a lot of updates coming through. And do you think right now they're going to use all of that developer talent and resource to bring Gran Turismo 7 to PC when they can launch Gran Turismo 8 at full price on PlayStation? Well, you let me know what you think. Reason number 5 is a big one that we all wish didn't exist, but it does exist. And this is hacking and exploits. Can you imagine the leaderboard if Gran Turismo came to PC and you've got people hacking their cars, driving a T-Rex around the circuit, glitching through walls, doing all sorts of exploits because they can edit the files? That would happen on PC, and that's a massive reason why they won't bring Gran Turismo 7. The sixth reason why I don't think they're going to bring GT7 is because they've just released a PS5 Pro version. And again, I did a really honest deep dive on the PS5 Pro version, comparing it on PSVR 2 and on a regular screen, and I just don't think it's worth the upgrade. I paid £700 for my PS5 Pro and I feel ripped off, I've got to be honest with you. And I'm a content creator with over 100,000 subscribers making videos. I still feel like it's a rip-off. For anyone who has a PS5, it is not worth upgrading to a PS5 Pro in my opinion, apart from in a few use cases. If you do like open world racing games, going from 30 FPS to 60 is a big boost. But Gran Turismo 7 is already 60 frames a second, and I don't think the ray tracing makes that much difference. I just get the feeling Gran Turismo didn't like it that Forza has ray tracing in race and Gran Turismo doesn't. Now, because of that PS5 Pro, I don't think they're going to want to put the game on PC where people are going to run it with a 4090 or 5090 and it's going to look incredible and it's going to make less people buy a PS5 Pro. Now, here's some reasons. I hear you in the comments already saying, yes, but this is why they're going to bring it. These are the reasons why they should definitely definitely bring it. You could have so many incredible modded tracks on Gran Turismo if they brought it to PC. The amount of modded tracks could be insane. We could have Silverstone. Someone could mod Silverstone. We could have El Capitan and kind of these old school circuits. We could have Fujimi Kaido from Forza. Someone could mod that in as well. And Gran Turismo could just have it as user generated content. If they brought Gran Turismo to PC with a track editor, it would break the internet. It would become the biggest racing game. Gran Turismo can go like that and make it the biggest racing game if they do that. You also won't have any performance issues. You won't have the limitations like we have now, like on the small lobbies that seem to be directed from PS4 compatibility. 16 player daily races. It's like we're living in 2018. What's going on? We should be having 40 player grids in daily races, and you will be able to do that on PC. If you look at iRacing or Le Mans Ultimate or these PC racing games, you can see they can really handle that. So that would again transform from being this kind of like arcadey game against 16 players to going onto PC. Now there's another reason why they won't do this, however. These kind of features will show up the PlayStation. Like, people just won't buy the PlayStation version as much if you're limited to 16 players, where on PC you're going to have 40. Also, another thing is Sophie AI. Sophie AI is shown as a PS5 exclusive feature that runs on your PS5. We're not really sure how intelligent it is. When I went to see the premiere of Sophie AI in the Netherlands, I actually went over and saw them for the first time. It was genuinely impressive. Sophie was drifting, doing donuts. The version we have in game is not the same from what I saw at the debut. And surely on PC, with the beefy processor we have, we could run much better AI, but they won't want to show that and show up the PS5. The other thing we can have is better cars. Oh my goodness. What's the latest GT3 in Gran Turismo 7? Let me know in the comments right now, and make sure you're subscribed. So hit the subscribe button while you're going down there. Basically, it's not recent enough. We need more GT3 cars, modern GT3s in Gran Turismo 7. If it comes to PC, there will be the modding. The Ford Mustang GT3 is just like in every single game. It's in literally every single game. Surely they will bring it to GT7 if they bring it on PC as well. It's going to look incredible also in ultra wide. You're going to be able to change your field of view, which is going to be incredible. You're going to be able to use so many more different wheels in Gran Turismo 7. You won't be limited to the PlayStation compatible wheels or using converters. You'll be able to use active pedals in Gran Turismo. We'll be able to see just how much of a sim Gran Turismo 7 really is. We'll be able to plug in telemetry a lot easier as well. Gran Turismo 7 coming to PC would just be by far the biggest thing sim racing has ever seen. It's the only thing which can actually compete with iRacing, in my opinion, as well. So I really hope they do it, but I'm always on this channel, I'm the honest sim racer. I'm super honest with you, and I've given you a load of reasons why I don't think they're going to do it. So let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you in the next video.